Hey, Quincy, I'm coming for you.
What about you start an online business and have more direction and more purpose in life? Yeah, I don't know, mate. There's a fair bit of scamming out there.
It's not just about making money, it's about creating a tribe. Support. Warrior! Let's go!
These tattooed tradies travel the world promoting a luxurious lifestyle they say offers untold freedom. They call themselves warriors, members of an international multi-level marketing scheme selling expensive machines they claim can cure kidney disease. But behind the curated video feeds and paid ads from poolside villas, a battle is brewing between the multi-million-dollar company they're promoting, the regulators, and a grassroots campaign sounding the alarm on predatory sales tactics. Australian MLM influencers are cashing in on the Manosphere, and we're gonna take a moment to talk about it. Thirst for power, not the H2O we need.
Karma's a bitch.
Queen of Karma.
Australian MLM influencers are cashing in on the Manosphere. ABC News in Australia brings us this story by Nathan Morris. One of Australia's largest multi-level marketing schemes is shifting its target audience to tradies, but critics argue its business model relies on predatory recruitment tactics. The video opens on a construction site with a bloke wearing a hat, sunglasses, and high-vis. Tradies in your 20s and 30s, what are you doing with your life? He says to camera.
I don't know, mate. Just living my life and living week to week and just having no purpose.
It cuts to a new shot. Same bloke. He's ditched the hat and sunnies.
Yeah, well, why don't you change that? How to change that, man? What do you recommend? What should we do? What about you start an online business and have more direction and more purpose in life? Yeah, I don't know, mate. There's a fair bit of scamming out there and
The person in the video is Cameron Taylor. The South Australian influencer has some experience in being labeled a scammer.
Scamming out there.
His organization, Chin Up, came under investigation last year after it emerged that revenue pledged to Beyond Blue had never been donated. Last month, he appeared in court accused of breaking charity laws. But Cam Taylor has reinvented himself. He's now a distributor in a multi-level marketing scheme, MLM, for a Japanese company called Enagic. Its products include turmeric capsules, an electronic device that claims to harmonize electromagnetic noise, and its flagship innovation, the Kangen K8 water filter and ionizer. Ah, there she is. Enagic claims its star product, K8 water ionizer, restores your body to a more alkaline state, optimal for good health. And I have covered this company before. More specifically, I have covered the Canadian Enagic Brobots. I'll leave links to those videos down below. Enagic has sold hundreds of thousands of K8 units worldwide through a business model known as network marketing. Think of it like Amway or the old Tupperware model. Investors buy in and then recruit others as salespeople. The more people in your downline, the more money you, the upline, make in commissions. With thousands of distributors worldwide, Enagic is a big fish in the MLM world. The key to success in this industry is selling a lifestyle, finding a way to engage people wishing for an escape from the daily grind, searching for a life where they can work less and live on their own terms. Beck, whose name has been changed, knows this feeling well. She first came across Enagic about a year ago through a paid video ad similar to Cam Taylor's tradie pitch. In the video that drew Beck in, a couple chat about traveling Australia while earning a living from their laptops. Beck was in. This was her dream, so she sent the couple a message to find out more. I didn't know anything about what they were selling. I didn't know what I was really getting into, Beck says. Most Enagic distributors don't mention the product until well after they have cultivated leads, like Beck. They employ well-honed sales tactics through direct messages and voice notes. months. Love to see the video of what you guys are doing and how you're making money and traveling Australia. Please share your secrets. Hi, Beck. We would be more than happy to walk you through it all in full detail. Respond below to be put through. I want to learn how you have done it. Before I get into all the details, just to make sure this is a right fit for you, do you mind if I ask you a few basic questions? Yes, that's okay.
Cheers. What are you hoping to gain by earning an income online? And what would your ideal life look like?
I want to travel around Australia. I want to see how everyone is surviving traveling around Australia and how they make the income. What is it you're doing? Beck says the woman who became her Enagic upline told her that she was no longer working and was making $30,000 a month. I really thought it was a legitimate business, Beck says. There was a catch. Beck says she didn't have the cash to buy the K8 water ionizer, so with a down payment, her upline organized for Enagic to loan her the rest of the money. It was her upline that signed Beck's name. Technically, I didn't sign the signature, but she did ask, and I said, okay, yeah, whatever, which was stupid on my behalf. Beck says. At the time, Beck was buzzing about the promise of an exciting business opportunity, but she had signed up for much more than she realized. Inside the online empire, Beck's new uplines were part of a bigger group called Online Empires, a subscription service and resource hub for Enagic distributors. She was directed to join for a monthly cost of $99 US, or roughly $150 Australian. Two high-ranking Enagic salespeople run Online Empires, an Australian man called Brody Salnitro and UK-based Ashley Kemp. This is what the platform looks like. The Enagic business model allows distributors to set up their own funnels or channels. Beck joined one called Online Empires. After Beck signed up to Online Empires, she watched Brody's introductory videos and finally learned about the connection with Enagic and how the compensation plan worked. There's a lot of claims that you can make money fast. You can get your first $10,000 within the next 30 days, Beck recalls. But as it turns out, there's little evidence of this kind of success. The Online Empires funnel is run out of the UK and claims to be registered as OE Party Limited at an address in London. But there is no company registered in the UK with that name. Another active company is registered at the same address with Brody Salnitro and Ashley Kemp listed as directors. That company is named Bayou Party Limited, after their previous Enagic business, Build Your Own Empire University. Despite the directors being self-proclaimed millionaires, Bayou Proprietary Limited only had $313,229.08 in the bank at the end of the 2024 financial year. And that's in Australian money. Beyond Online Empires, the most recent financial statement for Enagic Australia lists the company's 2022 to 2023 revenue at $84 million, with the vast majority of that coming from sales of its products. However, Enagic Australia made an $8.5 million loss after accounting for expenses, including more than $57 million in distributor commissions. Beck doesn't remember receiving an income disclosure statement, and Enagic doesn't provide one specifically for Australia. But within the pages of terms and conditions on the Online Empires website, there's a warning that internet businesses carry unknown risks, adding that sellers should only sign up if they understand the chance of incurring significant losses. And then there's a screenshot here of Brody Salnitro posting up the definition of entrepreneur, according to him, is a person who risks their own money for freedom, rather than exchanging their freedom for money. How ironic. Enagic's US figures reveal that only a tiny portion of its distributors, 0.54%, not even 1%, are estimated to earn the equivalent of what would be considered minimum wage in Australia. The majority of distributors are among the lower ranks, with median earnings for almost 99% at $16,567 US, around $25,000 Australian or less. And they show us the graphs here. It says, Enagic's US disclosure statement shows distributors are stacked among lower ranks, earning less than $2,000 US annually. Stephanie Tonkin, who heads the consumer Consumer Action Law Center finds Enagic's high-pressure tactics concerning, considering the potential payoff for distributors. What disturbs me about this kind of practice is the fact that these multi-level marketing schemes are sucking people in, pulling people into what's supposed to be a community of like-minded people who are there to support you, she says. They use that connection and that promise to then persuade people, push people to take out loans to buy into products, services, and an entire business that they're never going to make money from.
Scamming out there.
The origin stories. The founder of online empires, Brody Salnitro, often shares his origin story, a common tactic most MLM leaders use in pitching their business. Share your whys, share your stories. You know how they do. Brody's goes something like this. He had a tough upbringing, became involved in crime as a young man, ended up in prison where he nearly died, and then one day he found a new path. With jail behind him, Brody reinvented himself as a salesperson and became one of Enagic's highest earners.
Scamming out there.
I've been able to start a business on the internet and found that freedom most dream of, he posted in 2019. These origin stories, which often include details of past trauma and struggles with addiction, are an effective tool in MLM recruitment. Research has shown the use of personal stories to attract new members, and as a point of connection in team-building exercises are well-worn strategies for expanding MLM networks. And it shows Brody Salnitro posting on Instagram a few pictures, and he says, "From prison to paradise," posted on March 8, 2019. I am 28 years old, born 1990 in December, in a house in Melton, Australia. I remember my parents arguing at the age of 2. Well, at least I think I remember. I remember the door closed as my dad left, and I felt like it was my fault he left, or at least that's the memory I've attached to it. My mom is extremely ill, growing up with a mom who has paranoid schizophrenia, drugs issues, and an alcoholic addiction wasn't easy. Kevin Coben was encouraged to share his own origin story when he was lured into another Enagic funnel called the Freedom Era earlier this year. The 60-year-old grandfather and support worker signed up on a promise that he could rebuild his wealth and free up time to spend with his grandchildren. I led a life that was a lot of trauma and stuff, which led me down some places I didn't want to go, Kevin says. But I've cleaned my act up, and unfortunately, my finances aren't real good because of that. And I was hoping I could change things for my family in the future and give them something to hang on to. And this is Kevin here. Again, he's a 60-year-old care worker and grandfather who signed up to join the Enagic funnel called the Freedom Era. Separate to the Online Empires branch, the Freedom Era is run by husband and wife team Christy Ord and Clint Morgan, two of Enagic's leading global salespeople. To rise through the commission ranks quicker, new recruits are encouraged to buy either a trifecta or a quad, packages that include multiple water ionizers and cost between $12,000 and $22,000. Many people rely on loans to buy in. Enagic offers in-house finance options, but uplines don't get full commissions from the people they introduce until those loans are paid off. To get around this, leaders like Christy Ord often encourage distributors to get resourceful or seek third-party finance. What ways did you get resources to pay for your Enagic products up front? I used all of my money in my savings account, knowing one day I would earn it back. I was a broke single mama and on welfare. I applied for a few credit cards, had my Kangen water machine paid off with commissions within 5 months, and the rest paid off 2 months later. Used my super for dental and then changed my mind. Super funds for dental got refunded from dentists into my private account. I have semi-okay teeth. I got a loan from the bank and hid most of my expenses so they thought I had more money left over each week than I really did. But I was able to pay the loan off in a year rather than 20 years. I'm on Centrelink parenting payments, hubby on a Visa. Declined by finance. Sold our family car, came in on a K8 quad. This is where Kevin ended up. Upon joining Enagic, he was convinced to invest in the $22,000 quad. He cleaned out his savings to put down a $2,000 deposit and borrowed the remaining $20,000. Kevin went through a South Australian broker called Pink Loans and eventually signed a contract with a personal loans company called MoneyMe. With a variable interest rate of 13.49% plus introductory fees and monthly charges, he was on the hook for $30,444.39. When contacted by the ABC, MoneyMe said it had no information to suggest the loan would be used for a multi-level marketing business venture, and that the stated loan purpose was to buy or refinance a vehicle. Over my head here, you'll see it says, "Great, and what would you like us to help you finance today?" And you'll see that there is an actual option for Kangen Finance. Pink Loans finance brokers used to offer Kangen Finance, but the company says that's no longer the case. Shame on them for ever offering it. Pink Loans Managing Director Janiah Kennett, a former Enagic distributor, oh lord, there's the problem, told the ABC her business was never directly affiliated with Enagic, adding that business startup has never been an acceptable loan purpose for any personal loan the company has provided. However, until recently, the Pink Loans website pointed to a Kangen Finance page, stating, "We pride ourselves on being the Kangen Finance experts." Kevin says he wasn't aware of the financial arrangement between the two companies. He was focused on launching his new business. But when it came time to trying to make his first sale, Kevin struggled. "They said, 'Tell your story,'" he says. "So I was pouring my heart out with stuff, telling them about addictions in my past and all this. I felt like a phony. But I had to try and make it work. I couldn't make a sale if I tried." The big sell and a social media war. Like Kevin, it wasn't long before Beck began to feel uneasy about some of the sales tactics employed by the distributors in her own Enagic funnel. She was focused on implementing the Online Empire's training, which centered on building a social media following and creating paid lifestyle ads. In one group chat, Brody Salnitro offered his downlines advice about the importance of having strong lead conversations and mindset to get people to sign up. If it's single moms at home without a job looking after their kids, you're going to have hundreds more leads to find the ones who've got some savings, or the way to find the money, he said. It also comes down to our own ability to hold a conversation, hold the respect, hold the authority, ask the questions that we need to ask before slipping in that 5-minute Bally intro video. They watch that, they're already on the hook. The tactics didn't sit well with Beck. And when it came to the hard sell and convincing people to spend thousands of their own savings or go into debt, she struggled. "I honestly felt a bit uncomfortable," she said. At the same time, she was seeing other members of her team posting far-fetched income and health claims about Enagic's Kangen water. There's little scientific evidence that alkaline water has any health benefits, and Australia's regulator does not consider these water ionizers to be a therapeutic product, so they're not subject to regulation. And here's Brody Nitro in another video telling his downlines, "I know there's enough yes customers out there, but Enagic's own policies and procedures forbid distributors from making health claims about the products they're selling, or publicly discussing how much income they make from selling the products." Online Empires claim to have more than 30,000 people in its community, and in recent years its target audience has turned to tradies. Alongside people like Brody Nitro and Cam Taylor, the group includes a colorful cast of characters.
$1,000 for the day, bro, and that's off his own back. That's what he's been doing, bro, in the background. Not bad, hey? It's pretty good, bro, trust me. Wait till you double it. It's even better.
Yeah, alright, let's get that on the water. Like, there's literally nothing else that we can do for him. Like,
there's Chris King, who runs a sales funnel called King's Aussie Adventures. He's a former construction worker who says he's been able to quit his job and live full-time on his Enagic business after just 8 months. In January 2025, Chris King claimed to have made $160,000 in less than 3 months. Most recently, he shared videos boasting about his teenage brother's income. The 15-year-old that was just in that video. Chris's content on his Enagic account also includes multiple videos featuring homophobic remarks and slurs, which the ABC has verified and chosen not to republish. Thank God for that. When called out for this behavior by anti-MLM content creators, Chris has accused them of creating hate and hinted at violence, warning he'll effing fold them. Well, so you can try to come to Canada and effing fold me, but I doubt it's gonna happen. Stop saying slurs, you loser!
Yeah, alright, let's get that on the water. Like, there's literally nothing else that we can do for him. Like, he needs to go in for a dual transplant. He's on dialysis for the rest of his life, and if they took him off dialysis, he's just gonna die. Let's get him on the water and see what happens. Gradually, they took him down from dialysis from 4 days down to 2, down to none, and he's been fine ever since.
Carl Courtney is another of the online empire's crew who says he's ditched the tools and retired at 32. His sales funnel is called Unchained Adventures, and the former tradie now offers medical advice. Carl has claimed that his father, who was suffering from kidney disease, has been fine ever since, drinking ionized water from the Kangen K8 machine. In a live video earlier this year, a woman commented that a friend was on dialysis treatment for kidney disease. Get him on the water, Carl advised.
Yeah, alright, let's get that on the water. Like,
500 milliliters a day and he'll be fine. Enagic's policies clearly state that no therapeutic, curative properties or health claims should be made by distributors about the products they are selling. In particular, the distributor must not make any claim that the company products are intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease, the company advises. Yet Enagic's online discussion pages are filled with posts from distributors sharing their personal experiences with Kangen's ionized water, claiming it can cure everything from autism to diabetes. In one thread, Beck saw users expressing their frustration about Enagic's policies on this front, arguing consumers should make up their own minds about health benefits as sovereign beings with free will. Oh no, not sovereign citizens! As the online empire's network has been growing, so too has public criticism of the group's sales tactics and some of the prominent distributors' claims about health benefits and personal profits. There are a number of prominent multi-level marketing accounts that focus on Enagic, but two of the leaders are bossbabes.bs and Pork Soda. The accounts are anonymous. The owners say they have concerns for their own safety, citing threats from people like Chris King. Clint Morgan has another Enagic distributor frequently criticized on both accounts until recently. On August 27th, Clint released a diss track aimed at anti-MLM content creators, featuring a photo of him and his child giving the middle finger to the camera. Oh Lord. In this day and age, there's a new type of soldier, Clint raps. Not brave, not bold, just a pussy keyboard poser.
In this day and age, there's a new type of soldier. Not brave, not bold, just a pussy keyboard poser. You are not a warrior, just a little coward. Feeling disempowered, rotten, turning bitter sour.
In the following days, Pork Soda and bossbabes.bs say their accounts were inundated with fake followers and spam comments after they interacted with Clint's post, a telltale sign of an automated bot attack. Both account owners contacted Meta and let them know they believed their accounts were under attack. The ABC sent detailed questions to the Enagic distributors named in this story, including Clint Morgan. None of them responded. Enagic's peak body wants out. Beck was beginning to have serious doubts about what she had signed up for. She sent Enagic's compliance team an email outlining the tactics her team had been encouraged to use. Thank you for your email and for your commitment to being compliant. It is always best to follow the policies and procedures, not what others are doing. Enagic's compliance officer, Joanne Badman, replied. That's their name, Joanne Badman? That's great. Beck sent more evidence of Online Empire's content that Enagic agreed was non-compliant and was told that action would be taken to address the issue. As you can imagine, it is difficult for us to find and resolve non-compliant posts, as thousands of distributors are posting every day, an Enagic compliance officer told her in January 2025. Months went by, but the videos remained online. Beck became increasingly frustrated and was questioning the ethics of the whole Enagic scheme. I thought, I don't want to keep doing this lifestyle and trying to trick people, she says. So she decided to contact the industry's peak body, Direct Selling Australia, DSA. Enagic distributors often point to their association with DSA as evidence of their high business ethics when responding to criticism. Anything like the US's DSA, you know? The DSA requires its members to adhere to a code of practice and high standards of ethics in their business dealings, they claim. But again, if it's anything like the US DSA, they're really here to protect the MLMs, aren't they? Yeah, Enagic is also a member of the USA Direct Selling Association, so it knows how to play the game. Being a DSA member conveys that Enagic is a genuine business and will not disappear overnight. It engenders trust with our distributors and clients that Enagic is a reputable company. Enagic Australia's Joanne Badman said in a court hearing this year. But for years, Enagic and its diverse collection of entrepreneurial salespeople making unproven health and income claims has been problematic for DSA. Earlier this year, they quietly attempted to cut them loose. On April 8th, 2025, an Enagic distributor contacted head office, raising concerns that it was no longer listed as a member of DSA on the Peak Body's website. Apparently, someone called the DSA and they said they are removing affiliation with Enagic, which is a really concerning big deal. Are you able to contact them and see if this is true, they wrote. The following day, DSA notified Enagic that it would not be renewing the company's membership. The decision came after an ABC investigation that revealed the sales practices of Clint Morgan and Christy Ord. Enagic promptly launched legal action in the New South Wales Supreme Court and successfully argued that DSA had not followed its own constitution in its attempt to sever ties, convincing the judges that Enagic had been denied procedural fairness. In a statement, DSA told the ABC it was not appropriate to comment on ongoing issues involving Enagic, but it did note that it was conducting a compliance audit of all of its members. We recently inserted new terms into our code of practice, which further emphasize the need for members to adhere to the law, as well as operate in a manner that is fair, honest, with integrity, and with the broader community in mind, the statement said. Based on its correspondence with Beck, it appears the Peak Body is still working to decouple itself from Enagic. We are presently looking to arrange a suitable date with Australian Competition and Consumer Commission representatives to present the information we have been provided in regard to Enagic, DSA's legal team told Beck in August 2025. They added that they were planning further action, though noted this process may take some time and needs to be addressed appropriately. The ACCC declined to comment on specific companies, but noted that all businesses in Australia must comply with consumer law. It encouraged people to report any concerns about Enagic's conduct, including recruitment tactics, to the ACCC. You heard 'em, team. Escaping Enagic. Less than 12 months in and with a sizable debt, Beck wanted out. She called her solicitor to draft a letter outlining her reasons and gathered evidence to show how she believed she had been misled. Enagic told Beck that under normal circumstances, she would not be eligible to have her $6,800 refunded, but advised that it would review her information and come to a final decision. After Beck threatened to take the matter to the state tribunal, Enagic agreed to refund her money, less a $900 restocking fee. Kevin Coben hasn't been so lucky. Since signing up to Enagic, he feels he has even less freedom. Here he is with all of his Enagic stuff. Instead of spending time with his grandchildren, he's working extra shifts to try to pay back his loan and put the Sega behind him. I'm stuck with this, and I don't want the next person to suffer, and that's why I'm talking, he says. While there are existing laws to protect consumers from misleading and deceptive sales tactics, documenting evidence of this conduct can be challenging. The federal government is looking to expand its legislation around unfair trading practices to prohibit conduct that may not be considered misleading or deceptive, but that distorts or manipulates consumer choice. Stephanie Tonkin from the Consumer Action Law Center says she's hopeful that these changes may help protect consumers from MLMs using manipulative tactics, pushing someone and using their influence over a person within the business to take out a loan. That's unfair conduct. That's arguably unconscionable conduct, she says. What you've got here is a whole scheme of unfair, dodgy practice. This Enagic one is arguably a pyramid scheme. As of December 2025, Enagic's website still states it is a proud member of DSA in Australia and New Zealand. The ABC sought an interview with Enagic and sent a list of detailed questions. In a statement, the company's compliance manager said that social media posts referenced by the ABC had been taken down. At the time of publication, several misleading claims remain online. While sales funnels like Online Empires in the Freedom era might have preferred finance providers like the one Kevin was referred to, Enagic insists it has no formal relationship with any lender or finance broker. Enagic takes compliance with the DSA code and adherence to its own policies and procedures very seriously and actively monitors compliance, the statement said. None of the other distributors named in this story responded to the ABC's requests for comment. While Enagic distributors continue to recruit new sellers, the anti-multi-level marketing movement is growing, with dedicated content creators publicly calling out misleading and unethical practices, while online support groups offer a space for people who have left the MLM world, and more support will be coming in future. Beck is advocating for clear regulation that holds MLM leaders accountable for misleading behavior and prevents more people from falling victim to predatory tactics. The government needs to step up. Australians are being misled and financially harmed, and right now there is no meaningful oversight of MLM, she says. They're selling the dream, but Australians deserve the truth. And so does everybody else in the world, so let's go team! So as you heard earlier, Clint Morgan made a diss track towards anti-multi-level marketing creators, anti-MLM creators like myself. I consider myself to be very much an anti-MLM creator, and I believe my channel would reflect that. You all know I'm a sucker for a rap battle, so I went searching for Clint's entire song, and this is the most I could find of it. Where'd it go, Clinty? Without further ado, I give to you whatever this is.
Hey bro, let me tell you what is up. You can pretty much sum everyone up, you see. From the seed, from the soil, from the setup. Just a little pup going fast, had to get up. I respect my own business and align with my isness. Salute a brother choosing his path to his richness. I stay in my own lane, man, I play my own game. Who am I to shame a brother doing the same? In this day and age, there's a new type of soldier. Not brave, not bold, just a pussy keyboard poser. You are not a warrior, just a little coward. Feeling disempowered, rotten, turning bitter sour. Take away the screen, take away the computer. You will vanish in the night, gone without a future. Hiding in the shadows, just echoes of hate. Mate, you been asleep, never once been awake.
Well, I decided to respond. Clint, this one is for you. Hold on, I gotta get into my rap battle attire. That's better. Let's go! Clint Morgan, slinging schemes. Water pyramid king and Enagic dreams, but your flow ain't clean. Canton fountain, fake alkaline stream, preaching health, but your hustle obscene. MLM profit, pockets full of deceit. Drip so shallow, can't take the heat. You ain't pure, just diluted ambition. Hydrate with lies, not truth in your mission. Ionized chatter, but the science ain't tight. Selling false hope in a bottle of hype. Claims so hollow, echo through the scene.
profit over wellness, you know what I mean. Kangen water down in your fraud. Ain't alkaline, just a scam facade. No poser, no vet, just a truth exposer. Crazy survivor, MLM bulldozer. Hey, Clinty, I'm coming for you. Hey, Clinty, I'm coming for you. Hey, Clinty, what you gonna do when this anti-MLM pulls up on you? Filters clogged with the weight of your spin. Truth evaporates, but the scam pours in. Legacy built on corrosion and greed. Thirst for power, not the H2O we need. Snake oil sermons, empire built on fraud. Every drop you sell just spits on God. Your empire's brittle, cracks in every seam. Exposed as a hustler, not the wellness dream. Cash over conscience, vultures in disguise. Your kingdom crumbles under the truth that never dies. No crown for liars, just ashes and shame. History's gonna brand you with the hustler's name. Kangen water down in your fraud. Ain't alkaline, just a scam facade. No poser, no vet, just a truth exposer. Crazy survivor, MLM bulldozer. Hey, Clinty, I'm coming for you. Hey, Clinty, I'm coming for you. Hey, Clinty, what you gonna do when this anti-MLM pulls up on you? Hey, Clinty, I'm coming for you. Maybe a little late, but I'm coming for you. Hey, Clinty, what you gonna do when this anti-MLM pulls up on you?
Please don't let the vultures get me. I'm not a rap god. I'm a stay-at-home mom making videos in my living room. Thank you so much for watching. I figured if you made it until the end, you deserved a prize. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please, if you did, give this video a like, subscribe if you are new here, and think about joining our fabulous, amazing members. All of the beautiful people do. And I'll see you all really soon with another one. I am recovering, but I will be back real soon. I love all your faces. Okay, bye!
Hey, Clinty, I'm coming for you. Maybe a little late, but I'm coming for you. Hey, Clinty, what you gonna do when this anti-MLM pulls up?